Hey guys, I'm reading the book of Samuel or whatever, and now I'm in the second book, and it's talking about like when King David or whatever is fighting like giants and stuff, and they keep having these battles. Listen to this. Look, look what is this about. Look, okay, and there was yet another battle in Gath. Okay, where a man of great stature that had on every hand 6 fingers, and on every foot 6 toes, 4 and 20 in number. I think that means like, 24? And then, I'm not sure. And on every foot, wait, did I already, okay, hold on. 6 fingers, every foot, 6 toes, 420 in number, and also born to the giant. And these 4 were born to the giant Gath and fell by the hand of David, okay? And so I'm like, okay, I have this Bible. It's called a companion Bible. So it like tries to, this is the story. And then this section is like, it breaks down the meaning of the words or where else you can find relation in the text. And so like, for instance, over here, it says that they talk about a staff. They talk about having a staff. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like a wand or, but like, okay, so over here it says giant and they call them like Rapha, right? And I'm like, okay, I think that's a sect of giant, whatever. It's the appendix 2325. Okay, so let's go see appendix 2325, right? So basically it says the flood was brought by the ungodly men of renown, like the mighty men, and they were renowned for their ungodliness. It says, after the flood, there was a second interruption of the fallen angels, evidently smaller in number and more limited. But moving forward, it talks about how these giants worship these pagan gods like Asterith or Karanin or Shiva. Oh my gosh, is that Shiva and Krishna? Is that just different? Whoa, okay. I'm going to have to look into that. But basically, it goes on to say that these reframe or whatever are a sect of these giants, so to speak, a branch of the Nephilim. But it says that also here, their proper name has variously been translated to mean dead, deceased, or giants, and that they have no resurrection. And that's stated in Isaiah 26:14. So I'm like, okay, let's go to Isaiah and like read it, right? So I'm back at where it's from Isaiah 26:14, where it says they are dead and they shall not rise and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, well, what's they are dead? It says go to, or Daniel 12:2, right? So I'm like, all right, let's go to Daniel 12. Oh, I think I passed him. Daniel, here we go. Daniel 12:2. Okay. So it says that talking about these reframe, and 12:2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And that the wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and that they turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. And so I'm looking, and shall awake, this is a bodily resurrection. So quick recap summary, sort of, is that I find this in Samuel 2 about the giants with 6 fingers and 6 toes, right? They were born of the giants, and that took me to these giants over here, which it told me they're called the Rapha or something like that, which took me to that appendix. Okay, guys, last part. I think they're talking about some kind of resurrection. I'm not sure. It's actually kind of confusing. So this is Psalms 88, line 11, or line 10 and 11. It says, without shew wonders to the dead, shall the dead arise and praise thee, Selah, shall the loving kindness be declared in the grave. And so you come over into here and see dead. It says the Hebrew is reframe, who have no resurrection. That's where we're going to stop for now. But so what? So are these giants that can be resurrected? Okay, I just wanted to add a little caveat to my video because, it's been a month, so I've read more. I believe that they are taught the giant sect. Like, there's different sects of giants, right? This sect of giant is called the reframe, okay? And I need someone who honestly reads the Old Testament, the prophets. I need someone to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the reframe are maybe not the dry bones, but they're the ones that rise from the dead to fight against possibly
the good ones. I don't want to give away too much, but I believe that if you read the Bible, you will read about the dry bones and you'll understand what I'm saying. And you'll read about a resurrection of this sect. And that's what I am hypothesizing, that it's talking about the refrain are going to be the ones risen from the valleys of death, so to speak.